Lavine rebuked the notion that the weight of expectations from his maximum contract has impacted him. It hasn't weighed on anything for me. This is what Lavine said. I don't understand how that gets put into context. Just because you signed a deal, it's supposed to be added weight to it. I think there's added weight each time you step on the court if you don't perform or you don't play the right way, but everybody is open to their own opinion. He also says, I've been improving each and every day. I've been coming off an injury. If you're losing, you don't see that. Obviously, it's frustrating when you are losing and there are all these other narratives coming out. It's not coming from us. It's coming from the outside sources. It's just what you got to deal with. It comes with territory. I understand that. I think the team understands that. It doesn't bug me. I think it's something that just comes with it. I mean, listen, some of this stuff is coming from somewhere, man. Like, even if you say it's outside sources, whatever, it's coming from somewhere in that locker room. And what you just told us and what the comments from the coach, the comments from Dragic, we're getting that from the team. You know? The contract situation, I totally disagree with him. When you sign a max level contract, you're signing the deal saying, I'm the franchise guy. The centerpiece is around me. You're signed to really perform. I'm not saying you're going to perform great all the time, though. No, that's unrealistic. No one's a perfect player. You're not going to play perfectly all the time. We don't expect you to make all your shots. I don't even expect you to win all the time. However, most of the time, I think that's a fair expectation. It should be more times than not that you're performing well. Like, well enough to lead to wins. Like, well enough to be on the positive side of the plus minus. Even if your team loses. That shows me you're still contributing and you're doing your part. There's added weight when you sign a contract like that. It's the reason why we've been on Russell Westbrook so bad. Because the contract that he has right now is what he got from OKC. That amount this year is about 40 plus million that he's getting paid right now. Because that value of that contract, you restrict other things you can do with that limited cap. But because of that, that means my team has to rely on you, so you automatically have more weight because a lot of percentage of the cap is being spent on you for what you can do based on what you've shown me. Right now, it's not it right now. And again, a lot of it can be because he's coming off injury.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the reason why he's not really performing like we expect. But the same question in this whole same scenario can be applied to DeRozan. He's due for an extension this summer. Are you really going to extend DeMar DeRozan, who's getting older, like you just said? Is he someone you see as a centerpiece to this Bulls team, this Bulls franchise? The Bulls are really at a crossroads right now. They need to decide, do we really want to continue to build around this core of DeRozan and Lavine? Or should we just go ahead and go for another rebuild? The NBA is better when the Bulls are good. The NBA is better when all these marquee franchises are competitive. I would not like to see the Bulls go through another rebuild. I don't. However, they really need to decide what to do. It's hard for me to imagine and see them as really being competitive right now. I don't see it.
No, I don't see it either. I agree with you for the most part about not wanting to see a rebuild. And it's Chicago. It's the Bulls. We expect them to be exciting at least. And it's like, this has just been disappointing.
So disappointing, man.
Yeah, the other night I didn't catch a full game of the Bulls, but I saw this drive from Lavine, and he just looked defeated, man. I was just like, I didn't know what to say. I literally saw him drive straight, just right hand down the lane, barrels into a guy, misses the shot, and just that look of just frustration on his face. I was just like, he just is not happy. And it sucks because, like you said, as an organization, when you sign a contract like that, with Lavine's getting over $200 million for 5 years, they're investing in you. They bought into you. And I know that Zach Lavine, I feel like more than a lot of players, wants to really be great, wants to be one of the best in the league, wants to go out there and give it his all. And I think that's partially why he didn't opt to have surgery until this past offseason while they were in the playoffs. Even though he wasn't fully 100%, he still was out there trying. And once he signed his deal, it was like they believed in him. They respect what he did, and they want to continue with him. So I feel like the idea would be to keep him, to keep this core, I guess, and build on it, because they had a good plan originally with Lonzo. Like I don't know. I don't say you tear it all down, because then you paid all that money for nothing. You gave Zach a contract for nothing. If you were to ship him or anybody, like him or DeRozan, it's pretty pointless. I don't know if the rest of the team try to make a move. I don't know. I don't see them.
I mean, the tradable assets they have is probably Vucevic, although he's getting older.
And he's rumored to be. He's going to be a free agent, so it's like
might as well.
And Dylan,
especially like, you're not going to re-sign him. Yeah, I would look at that. Yeah, I mean, other than that, you got some other. Do they want to extend? What's his name again? The power forward.
Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick. Do they want to extend him? When time is up. If not, think about dealing him. Kobe White.
Caruso.
Yep.
It's a lot up in the air right now.
They have some assets that can trade to get something back for it.
They do. I don't feel like they'll be competitive this year.
Not at all.
I don't think they're. I think this year is just lost at this point. Unless they have a crazy just run in this next, couple weeks. I don't think that's gonna be.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying though. Like, and as we all know, before the players, it's the coach that gets blamed. That's what I'm saying. Billy Donovan could be on the hot seat depending on what happens. Like, because it could be the coach. It could be a scheme and coaching issue.
Yeah.
It could be. I mean, think about Ime Udoka's first year. That team was having some issues at the beginning of the year too, between Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, and they turned that thing around.
They did.
They turned it around. The coaching matters, so a coach maybe could pull this together and get them to play together and actually do the things that Billy Donovan wants to see happen. Coaching is like you either got it or you don't.
Yeah.
And we got to see the results.
Absolutely.
So
that's a good point.
I mean, Billy Donovan could be on a hot seat. Like, that could be the fix here before they go, because it's like you're too far in to just do a full rebuild, and it's like you're right there, but you're not good enough to really compete.
Yeah.
You're literally at a crossroads.
Quite literally, yeah.
Literally, like, this season is going to determine what's going to happen. And agree. And again, we both hit on it. Injuries have been a huge issue for this Bulls squad.
Definitely. Man.
But yeah, I totally disagree with the notion Lavine was talking about, man. Yeah, you signed a deal, you got to wait to it. Like,
I mean, you may not look at it as weight, but there are expectations.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. That's what I'm saying. The weight of expectations. You got more expectations on yourself.
Yeah.
That's why I disagree with what you said.
Yeah.
I mean, what you said was right. Yeah, true. You do. There is a certain amount of expectations when you play and step on the court. Yeah, that's true. But we can't pretend that this has no effect. I mean, it does.
Yeah, it does.
And as fans, as a fan base, they'll be disappointed.
Oh yeah.
Right now, its points per game is down, percentage is down, field goal percentage down, 3-point percentage down. I'm expecting it to trend up. And again, a lot of this could be due to injury, and I'm going to excuse it for injury right now. He's still coming back. But it's 25 games so far, man. You've been playing about it. I should see something. You know?
Absolutely.
He had a 40-piece against the Kings, I think. But I need more games like that. But again, that was against the Kings. So that's not saying too much. But the Kings are good. But I'm just saying, that's not the most... I'm just saying.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do y'all think? Y'all think the Bulls are going to rebuild, or what should they do? Should they rebuild? Should they trade? I will say this: if you're the Lakers fan, you're hoping this plays out. One of the reports was like the Lakers are hoping for 1 or 2 stars to be available. Could it be DeMar DeRozan who you failed to get that summer when you got Russell Westbrook instead? Could DeMar DeRozan be potentially available for trade?
Yeah.
Could Zach Lavine be potentially available for trade? Very interesting.
Oh.